And one of the things they love to do is show off how softly the clarinet can play and how loudly the clarinet can play. And sometimes they did it all within the space of one measure or two. And this piece starts with a pianissimo and it crescendos for two measures. It says mezzo forte, but I think a virtuoso might have done a little more than mezzo forte in that spot. But I'd like you to just go ahead and start that opening again. And let's see if we can work on the soft end of it and see what kind of sound you can get. Yeah. Let's try something. I don't know if you're tonguing that note. Let's try not tonguing it and just kind of breathe it into existence without the tongue and see what you get on that note. Good. Now, that's good. And do you know what it feels like in the middle of the note when it sounds really good? What it feels like with your air and all that. See if you can anticipate that feeling while you're taking the breath. And then start it again and have everything all set up just the way you had it in the middle of the note. And see if you can get the very beginning of it to emerge from nothing.
Okay.
So have the embouchure all set in advance. Take a breath. Good. Keep experimenting with it. Let's do it again. Okay. Now we want to get rid of that little undertone, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I have to try things myself to see if I can figure out what I'm going to say. So I'll try that note and see what I get. Just try it a few times, starting with only the breath, and just experiment with it, see if you get a feel. That's good. Stop it again. Again. Good. Again. It's getting really good now, isn't it? A little practice. Now see if you can start it just that way. Together as one gesture now. That was really nice beginning. So, I'm not sure you need that breath. Okay. Do you think you need it? Yeah. Then you can just sort of tie it all together without the breath. Let's see if you can carry the phrase. Let's try it all the way to here. So not necessarily just playing for the top note of the phrase, but going beyond it. Okay? So, all the way to there. And make it a virtuoso gesture. Okay? Think about those virtuosos. Beautiful. You like it? Yeah. Beautiful in the beginning. It's really terrific. No tonguing. Right? Just let the air start. Practice it a few times and you'll get the feel of how the reed works. So terrific. I love the opening. Of course, there were 11 bars of string quartet playing before that. So there's an introduction. Do you remember what the string quartet or the piano does in those 11 bars? I was trying to remember too. I was thinking, I'll come here and see this string quartet, but it's an introduction. It's an introduction. And in this piece, the quartet plays a lot of accompaniment. In this, it's almost like a virtuoso concerto all the way through. A little bit interesting quartet stuff. Now, so that's the opening, and then the character changes quite a bit here with the little dotted 16ths. So go ahead and play the next phrase now. Try another idea on how to play that. So the beginning phrase is longer values. It's whole note, dotted quarter, eighth notes, dotted half, eighth notes. So it's all those longer values. This next phrase is different because it has 16ths in it, the short notes. And so I think maybe you could make those a little snappier. So there's more contrast between that legato, smooth line at the beginning, and then and he writes it in little tune-up groups, right?
So a little more separation.
A little more separate. Well, I can just try it. A little perkier somehow. Get from the E all the way to the G. There you go. Yeah, now I would imagine that Weber's clarinetist played that with a little swagger. Show it off a little bit. Why don't you do it again and show off a little bit? Go ahead. Yeah. Keep going. Yeah, I like it. No, even snappy. But I'm gonna keep the same tempo. That's the idea. Yeah. You like it that way? Yeah, that's good. And so you have different character from the first phrase to the second couple phrases. Well, tie it all together now?
Yeah.
Yeah, play the whole thing now and see if you can make the contrast. Now, the next phrase is even a different one. Let's listen to it. Let's hear it. Yeah. And then what's happening here is that the quartet has played a measure or two of its own solo work. And then the clarinet comes in and makes a little comment on it. And it's a little, it's not the legato like the first one, and it's not perky like the second phrase. It's different. What do you think it might come from? Does it remind you of anything? To me, it reminds me of singing.
Yeah.
It's a very vocal kind of line. You can imagine there are words in German. So can you play that way? Even though there's these little pianos and little picky little things there, but play it like you're an opera star. Yeah. And then it's that first gesture has an accent on it. Try to make it more expressive. Crescendo to it. Even more crescendo on the G sharp. I wouldn't pay so much attention to the dot because it's hard to crescendo when you're playing dot, right? And then maybe you can bring it back down even. A little less when you get to the end. Yeah. This one might need a little bit of a, you know how you have maybe a little similarity there. Yeah, that's really nice. Right.
Now I have something to shoot for with that second note.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't necessarily believe everything you see on stage. You try to play something that's musical. And that's very vocal. So now we have three phrases that are completely different. The opening, which is kind of a dramatic, instrumental gesture, and then the snappy, show-offy thing, and then this operatic kind of gesture. So And then it comes back. You get to do it again. But this time, it's a little different, isn't it? Yeah. So one of the hard things to do on a clarinet is the crescendo when you went down. So that to me didn't sound like any kind of crescendo at all. So you have to really overdo it. Maybe you can just save it a little bit here. So you go, ya-da-dee-dee-dee. Yeah, that's good. I'm liking it. Now there's another character. Famous mouthpieces by Van Doren. Yeah, it sounds terrific. I like it. So I hope I don't wreck it by asking you to do all these extra things. Here I would say more staccato. Yeah, but this is more of an instrumental virtuoso again.
Okay.
It's yet another character. And I wouldn't take any time on the breaths. Let's just make a big contrast there. So louder here, shorter on the dotted notes, more expressive. Yum pa 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 dum yada dee dee dee. The echo of that little motive. Yum pa pa dee dum bum pa dee dee yum pa dee dee. And then big crescendo. Keep it forte, all the way to the big crescendo, and then I don't know if you need the breath, you can take it, but you don't have to.
Okay.
How about from here? Remember all that?
Oh, well, maybe 5 times.
I like it though,
Right there.
Can you just make more contrast? That's about the only thing I'd like, is just
Okay.
louder fortes and softer piano. Great. Yeah, great. Yeah. Go ahead and clap. Good, good, good. And again now the quartet plays a little bit, and clarinet makes a few commentary things. You know, if you're ever playing a solo, I might suggest that you lower the stem just a little bit.
Really? That far?
Yeah. Can you see?
Yeah.
Can you still see?
Yeah.
Well, then why don't you just do it? Then they can see. They like to see. But we'll move back up if you can't see.
Oh, maybe a little higher.
All right. But they do want to see you. You know, a lot of times I not always. Let's keep going. Okay, now we've got the snappy 16th note idea.
Okay.
Right? And so, just a little snap here. Now, this is mezzo forte, that piano. Yada-da-da-da-dee. Make it a big difference. That's the idea. Now, okay, piano, mezzo forte, forte, right? Piano, mezzo forte, forte. Make it really clear to the audience. fortissimo. You need to get some air to do that, right?
Yeah.
So I saw you try, but maybe you just
Not
try
enough.
to get more in. Yeah. This whole section of 16th notes, it's almost perpetual motion. And there's a word. What's the word? There's a descriptive word on it, printed on the page.
Oh, scherzando?
Scherzando. What does that mean?
Like a joke?
Yeah, scherzo is kind of a joke. It's lighthearted. It's funny. So, what are you going to do to make that scherzando?
Maybe a little more with the accents.
That could do it. Show me. Just show me. One thing you could do is try to, like you said, with the accents, make each articulated group more clear. Right?
Okay.
So what we try is shorten that note and then just make this one good clear.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so you want to make sure these notes speak very, yeah. Good. And can you play those staccatos a little shorter? Yeah, and with the crescendo. So this could be in piano. I don't think it needs to be mezzo piano.
Okay.
Forte. Okay. So, are these your
Notes?
interpretations?
Yeah.
But what you've done is you've made the piano mezzo piano, and you've made the forte mezzo forte.
Yeah.
And what that's going to do is make it all sound the same.
Yeah.
So I think that we should probably go back, and if anything, make it pianissimo and fortissimo.
Okay.
But then that doesn't leave any room for this fortissimo, so you have to be careful. Yeah. But I would, do you mind if I erase it?
Go ahead.
Yeah. I would actually go with the extremes a little bit, just make sure people can hear it. Otherwise, it might just all sound mezzo something. Okay, let's do it. Get the scherzando. Softest. Yeah, and with the accent. Let's do it again. Pianissimo, and then recrescendo, forte. Yeah. Okay. Good. I think that's about as much as we have time for right now.
Okay.
Any questions? Oh, yeah.